with Sharon. I just wanted to talk a little bit about signs and symptoms that maybe you need to make a change or that perhaps you've let things go. And look, it happens to all of us where things start to get in the way and sometimes we start to drop off on some of our healthier habits. So sort of 5 things to look out for. The first thing that I often see is people start to really struggle with their energy levels. So finding that it's really difficult to get through the day, and it might be that you're relying on things like caffeine or sugar and pick-me-ups to be able to get through your day. You should really be able to get through your day feeling like you've got good energy levels that you can maintain throughout the day. The second thing is that you've perhaps noticed that you're starting to skip breakfast in particular, or you might be skipping meals is another really big one. And again, what can happen then is that we can start to rely on other things, quick pick-me-ups to get us through. It might be that you've perhaps stopped exercising or doing some of the things that you enjoy doing, because often we can get too busy, and those are some of the things that can quite easily slip off our calendar. The fourth is that maybe you're not getting enough sleep, or you might find that you are going to bed at the same time, but you're not getting regular sleep, and that might be a sign of some of these other things, not moving, perhaps some of the foods that you're eating during the day, or it might be that your stress is too much. And then the fifth one is that you might feel like you're saying yes to everyone else and not yourself. So feeling like you're putting everyone else and everything else before yourself and not putting yourself first and having time for the things that you want to do. And it can be very easy to get stuck in that place, and that's when we can start ending up, our mindset can start to get a little bit off track. And look, it's normal, it happens for all of us, but what we need to do in those situations where things have got off track is, rather than thinking we need to change everything, is I always say to people, just choose one thing. Because when we choose too many things and we try to change everything all at once, we know that it's not sustainable. But if you just choose one thing, it might be, all right, I'm going to make sure I have breakfast today. It might be, I'm going to make a point of getting up and going and fitting in my exercise, or say no to something. Just pick one thing, work on that, because sometimes what happens is when we start making a change in one area, it can actually have a flow-on effect into other areas. So the key to actually making long-term sustainable change is just to work on one thing at a time and start to build that as a habit, and then you can actually start to stack those habits onto the other things. So thanks so much for listening to Health Talk with Sharon. I'll see you soon.